My name is Robert Mickelsen. I'm a professional flame worker. I'm from Ocala, Florida, and I've been doing this for about 42 years. The hardest thing I've probably had to overcome, I'd have to say, would be my own self-limitations. You know, I think that we tend to limit ourselves rather than have other things that get in the way. We blame it on other things, but mostly we're limiting ourselves. There's really no limit to what can be done, and I think we all live in fear of certain things. We live in fear of failure, and that sometimes it's easier just not to try. But to be honest, I think that you cheat yourself out of the best opportunities in life if you're not afraid to just fail spectacularly, which I do often, by the way. Oh, the whole time I'm doing it, I think I know where I'm going, but I'm almost always wrong. I feel like there's an adventure out there. You have to have somewhere to aim in order to move forward, but it never turns out the way you expect, ever. You just sort of learn and you understand that it's not going to be exactly like that, and just try to roll with things as they happen. I think making art's like that too. You roll with it. You start off with an idea of what you're going to do, and then you just roll with the punches. I was 10 years in fact, before I sort of woke up to the idea that this was something that I could make a career and make a life out of. 10 years in. And then when I did decide that I was going to do that, it seemed like that was some of the most frustrating time, because I started really evaluating what I had done and what I was doing and comparing it to other people that were successful and feeling very inadequate. I don't always get to do what I want, but I always want to do what I'm doing that particular day. I really enjoy the work. And I think maybe the most important thing in life is to wake up every day and do what you want, do what you love doing, and that I have. So in that way, it's a success. I don't ever want to feel like I've made it or I've succeeded and, oh, finally after all this work I've gotten to where I wanted to go, because then they stopped looking, right? There's always a search. It's better to be in the journey. So I'm trying to just enjoy what I'm doing, wake up every day and do what I love doing. And if I can keep doing that until I croak, I'll be happy. I would say the most important thing is to really be sincerely true to yourself. Really develop your own vision. Everybody's different, and you have to celebrate that different rather than trying to be like other people or be like somebody else. You know, be like yourself. You have, eventually what will happen is that everybody will want to be like you, see. It's a sincere effort to be true to your own vision. Do what you're interested in doing. Use the imagery that turns you on. And don't try to do something because it's hot or because it's popular or because somebody else is successful doing it. There's a tendency to pursue success using paths that have worked for others. And it almost never works in that way. It's better to risk everything and choose your own path, because that's those successful people that you're admiring, that's what they did. I think that there's a tendency to people to misunderstand how artists think and work. Especially if you go to an art museum and you see finished work hanging on the wall. There's a tendency to look at that work of art and think that the artist went directly from A to Z to get there. But that is never the case, never. What is on the wall is usually a result of all kinds of convoluted paths, changing your mind, spinning your wheels, doubling back, doing things over. You know, it's like the path is like a maze. It's like a rat in a maze. And really the path to creativity is like that. You have to be willing to run down the dead ends, otherwise how do you know it's a dead end? And all of creativity works that way. So if you find yourself working and it's frustrating and you're not getting what you want and you're stamping your feet, you don't know what to do, then you're probably doing it right. Eventually you'll come out at the end, see? And then what comes out at the end is the way it is because of all of that you went through. There is no A to Z path.